fined by the police for breaking the very lockdown laws they introduced. But should the Prime Minister and the Chancellor now quit? You get your say.
And we're all encouraged to walk to school, but why is there now concern about our safety? Maya investigates.
It can be a matter of life or death.
Welcome to FYI, the weekly news show where you get to have your say on some of the big issues, and our mission is to help us all get our heads around the latest news.
And we've heard a lot of news about war crimes in Ukraine. But what are they? We've been investigating.
So it turns out, even if a leader thinks attacking a country is justified, there are rules about what you can and can't do. It's all down to international laws about warfare that most countries, including Russia and Ukraine, have agreed to follow.
One of those rules is that citizens in a country who don't have anything to do with the fighting must be protected by all sides. We found out that Russia is being accused of attacking and killing Ukrainian citizens in towns and cities they are fighting for. This is what is known as a war crime.
It's also alleged that a Ukrainian soldier shot a Russian soldier who was a prisoner. In war, prisoners are also supposed to be protected.
The United Nations and other independent investigators are now investigating, and those responsible could end up on trial at a special international court if there's enough evidence to support the allegations.
Meet Patron, a 2-year-old Jack Russell Terrier from Ukraine, but he's no ordinary dog. He's been trained to save lives. Video showing Patron using his incredible nose to sniff out explosives left by Russian soldiers has made him a social media hit. Patron has discovered 90 explosives since the start of the war. What a good boy.
So, the two most important people in the UK, the Prime Minister and the Chancellor, have both apologised after being fined by the police for breaking lockdown rules. Rules that Boris Johnson introduced himself to protect us all from COVID.
Right, so most of us followed these rules and stayed indoors and avoided get-togethers. We didn't see our families, mates, those who were sick, or celebrate our birthdays and Christmas together because of these rules.
As you can imagine, there have been calls for these men to quit, but they say that they need to focus on doing their jobs at a very difficult time for the country.
So we wanted to get your shout on this. We got hold of some FYI News Club members from across the UK. Hi guys.
Hi.
So we do know that the Chancellor and the Prime Minister have both broke COVID rules, but do you think that they should resign?
I do think that it should be up to the public to decide in a vote whether they should or not.
Yeah, I agree that a one-off maybe is fine, but if he kept doing it, then not really that good, because we couldn't really see the loved ones that were in hospital dying.
Now, of course, if they did resign, the current party leading, which are the Conservatives, would have to elect a new leader.
If the party were to decide for the next Prime Minister, they might not choose one that we all would like to follow. So we should probably wait for the next election.
Yeah, I do think we should wait for a vote. Maybe we should have an early one.
Yeah, I think it's a bit dodgy if we choose a new leader right now.
Yeah, we should wait until the Ukraine war is over.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
Bye.
Right, time to get your beady eyes on two slightly dodgy looking news stories. We know that one of them is definitely fake, but which one? So, is this dress really made from silk produced by exotic spiders? According to a viral social media post, it took 5 years for a team of over 60 people to collect enough silk from the spiders to make this very rare and very expensive dress. Are they spinning a web of lies, or is it fact?
Now, Google loves a doodle to mark a special day in the calendar, like this one. But loads of people took to social media to complain that while the search engine created a doodle to mark the Muslim holy month of Ramadan, it didn't for the Christian holiday of Easter.
Details of how to spot fake news are on our website, and we'll reveal which story is fake later. So Hannah got in touch with us with a story, and like many of you, she's observing the holy month of Ramadan, where Muslims worship by praying and don't eat or drink during the day, known as fasting.
So it all climaxes with the Eid festival, which marks the end of fasting. So not everyone is old enough to fast, and of course not all of us are Muslims. But Hannah wanted to show us ways that everyone can get involved. This was her world during Ramadan.
Assalamu alaikum, FYI, Ramadan Mubarak. Ramadan is a time where you can do good deeds. It helps you think about other people rather than yourself. Sunrise to sundown, we don't eat or drink anything, and then after that we can have whatever we want. We have iftar, which is the meal after you fasted, and then sahri, which is the meal you have in the morning. When you're fasting, it's like you're very relaxed during it, and like you don't have to worry about anything, and it helps you focus on smaller things that you might not notice. A lot of time also it challenges you a little bit. If you want to try it, you're gonna make a mess. Also in Ramadan is like when you get to try different things. So like painting or baking or different things like that. We also raise money for charities and donate things. So last year we gave food to the food bank. It makes me feel good that like I'm helping out. You're enjoying that, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Because we made 12 cupcakes. Your favourite?
A full moon.
Yeah, then last.
Quarter.
Food waste generally goes up in Ramadan because every day people make a new meal. So things that we can do to help reduce food waste in Ramadan is use the food waste that you have to make an extra meal. So if you have any leftover meat or vegetables, you can put it in a Moroccan harira soup. And it's also a great chance to be creative with what you have. During Eid, it's basically a time where you bond with your family members and just to have lots of fun. Come on. In the morning on Eid, we go to the mosque and we do the Eid Prayers, and that's like everyone goes to it. And after that, we all go to see everyone and just have fun there. You can just wear pretty dresses and outfits so that you can have a great day with your family. I think it would be a really good thing for people who are not Muslim to try Ramadan or Eid, because especially Eid, joining in with everyone and seeing how we do things, because lots of different people celebrate Eid differently, and it would be just fun to join in with the celebrations. I'm done with my lanterns.
That looks really nice.
Nice one, Hannah. Now, if you have a story, something you want to speak up about, or you just love debating and investigating the big stories like we do, then why not get your teacher to help you set up an FYI News Club at your school? You'll get access to the latest episodes of FYI, free resources every week to go with each programme, and FYI News Club members will have the chance to have their say and even report on FYI. If you have a story about you, or an issue that affects you, let us know, and we could even help you film your report and show it here on FYI. Just head to our webpage for more details on how to set up your FYI News Club.
So on this street there's an invisible house. Look more carefully and you might just see it. This mirrored house in London has been hiding in plain sight, with people who live locally saying they've only just noticed it. We also found this video of Chinmay Prabhu from India, taking multitasking to a whole new level. Chinmay skydived 13,000 feet while solving this tetrahedron puzzle in just 24.88 seconds.
Yeah! So we're constantly encouraged to walk to school if we can. I mean, it helps us keep us fit, it protects the environment, and so much more. But we've run into a little problem, haven't we?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, walking to school is really great for the environment and for keeping fit. I walk to and from school, but I do find myself looking at my phone quite a lot, which is really dangerous.
Well, that's exactly why the weekly newspaper First News has launched a campaign to try and get us all to put our phones in our pockets and look up on the walk to school.
Some of you entered a competition to design a campaign poster, and these are the winning designs. Pretty cool, they get the message across.
Those of us who walk to school but are glued to our smartphones are known as smombies. But just how much of an issue is it? And what can be done to make that healthy walk to school safer? Maya has been investigating.
Now, we all know that these help us keep safe, stay connected with friends and families, and can even reveal our whereabouts for worried parents. But new statistics show that they also play a role in injuring and even killing us. Cases of smombies, or smartphone zombies, have been on the rise over the last decade, and with it, so have road incidents. The most recent road safety figures show that 6,200 pedestrians were killed or had life-changing injuries on UK roads. 1,415 were aged 17 or under. That's around a whole class of pupils every week. And almost half of all road accidents happen between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. when we're travelling home from school. So what's going on? Well, researchers from the University of Lincoln observed pupils outside of secondary school over 4 weeks. Out of 3,000 crossings made by pupils, 31% of the time, students were holding a phone or another device. While there are so many safety measures in place right outside our schools, such as low speed limits, zebra crossings, and signs to make drivers aware, none of these actually make us look up from our phones. And some of these rules were created in the 1950s.
With more of us being encouraged to walk to school, safety campaigners want to see more protection for us throughout our journey. Maybe this could be a solution. Check out these smart crossings. They've been trialled all over Europe. The lights prompt walkers to look up when they get near a road. I got to meet Andrew, the inventor.
The system will intervene and highlight the danger. It's like an early warning system to either the driver or you guys.
So in other words, by adding these small LED lights into a road surface, it could make people pay attention before an accident happens. So how does this technology work? Well, the computer watches the street and can identify the difference between cars, pedestrians, and other road users. Over time, the technology is able to learn what the different road users may do and predict what could be about to happen. When it notices a potentially dangerous situation, it will light up special lights in the road to alert the pedestrian, car, or other road user to try and avoid a crash.
We have just started our public trials and our results to date are really positive. We are showing that our intervention, our technology in the crossings are making people safe. But it's very early days.
But don't expect to see smart crossings at school near you just yet. Back in 2019, the government announced they wanted to do more research into the connection between road accidents and smombies before they decide what to do. The government's Department of Transport didn't want to talk to us about the issue. But the party not in power did. This is Shadow Transport Secretary Louise Haigh from Labour Party. What would she do if her party were in power?
Firstly, we could introduce 20-mile-an-hour limits around schools, because a lot of the schools are on busy junctions, they're on really congested roads, so I think we need to drastically reduce the speeding limit, put in more crossings, put in better lighting, particularly as you say in those darker winter months, and have proper awareness campaigns so people are more considerate when driving around schools.
For now, it's up to our schools to protect us from the dangers of walking to and from school. But it's up to us to stay safe. That includes the message of look up. It can be a matter of life or death.
So let's reveal the fake story of the week.
Could it be the dress made from silk produced by exotic spiders? Nope, it's fact. Golden orb spiders produce a web of silk, and millions of them were farmed to produce this one-off dress. It took 5 years, so don't expect to see these at a shop near you.
So the social media complaints about Google's doodles ignoring the Christian holiday of Easter is fake. The search engine says it never marks religious festivals. This doodle marking the Muslim festival of Ramadan was created and posted by a campaign group to put pressure on Google to use it, which they haven't.
Well, across the world, millions of people of all faiths have been marking various religious festivals.
It's been a busy month, So we're going to leave you guys with some great photos that we've found from all around the world. See you next week.